Become an advanced meditator, positive energies. I'm doing this quick lesson here as big reminders because I see too many people in the healing journey only trying to fix themselves, only like focusing on the healing part, right? Understanding negative energies and transmuting, which, yes, we need to do, as we saw in other lessons. But it's also important to balance this journey with positive energies. And as we did for our shadow work, we need to dig the depth of the rabbit hole of our light work, our positive energies, really understanding the depth of them. How were we able to bring up this positive energy? How did it feel in my body? Which chakra did it affect, right? So we are becoming an inspector to find clues to understand the depth of positive energies. Because as negative energy are breaking tissues and eventually creating disease, well, it is true for the positive energy doing the opposite. They're gonna create more coherence, more openness, more expansion, and then they're gonna start having a domino effect on the rest of the cells in the body, and then this is gonna be also healing. So love is the foundation, right? And there's different layers of love that can be linked to each layer of the map of consciousness, each layer of the heart center. More that we are expanded in the heart, more that we feel the depth of all the spectrum of the universe. On the scale of light and dark, if I go to the depth of the light side, well, I'm going to be feeling all the different subtle energy. I'm going to feel the emotion of others. It's going to be impossible for me to hurt others because it's going to feel like I'm hurting myself and it's going to be too painful. If I go in the depth of the dark side, I can be killing somebody, I can be hurting somebody and not really feel anything because my heart is stiff. There's a wall in front of it, right? So it's a reminder every morning in the long form meditation to find that openness, that softness in the heart. And then it always come out of the unknown. But when you find that space, boom, the heart open. And then we're like, wow, now I remember, now I'm back, right? And then I can see our physical reality from the lens of the heart. And it's really at that point that I can be grateful for everything. It's not, gratitude doesn't start by just journaling and then I journal from my mental thoughts, right? If my heart is closed and I journal about gratitude, it's gonna feel fake. Gratitude only comes when the heart is fully open, and naturally it comes. We don't need to force it. Naturally, when my heart is open, I'm like, oh, I remember now. I was stuck in my illusion and now I'm back. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm so grateful for this experience. I'm so grateful for my body. I'm so grateful for my house. I'm so grateful for all the little things. And then as I start bringing more and more gratitude, more and more, I expand my heart, right? It has a domino effect. And gratitude is the energy of receiving. So more and more that I bring awareness in all those little things of I'm grateful for, more I'm gonna attract it because I'm going to attract it because I attract who I am, right? Compassion. So same thing, very hard to have compassion for others when the heart is not open. It start with love, start with openness in the heart. And then understanding the depth of compassion is really going to the depth of the hero journey, going to the depth of the abyss, overcoming catalysts, understanding all the different spectrum of the human life. So it's really like understanding the depth of the light side, the depth of the dark side. And then when I see someone that is maybe suffering while or going through something, I can know exactly what that person is feeling because I lived it. And then because my heart is open, I can feel it as they are feeling it. So that's the depth of compassion, right? But it's a practice to really like remember how did I came to experience this? What happened exactly? And then journal about it, that it can repeat itself. Gentleness. My journey with gentleness started with my skin. I used to have skin rashes everywhere, which was linked to trap emotion. And then when I was transmuting negative emotion and my skin was not changing, I was like, trying to force it, control it. And then when I was taking shower, I was like seeing my skin and then maybe rubbing too hard. When I was trying myself, maybe I was like in my mind thinking about so many things and not taking care, not being aware, not being soft with myself, being stuck in the masculine energy. And slowly I realized that the relationship that I had with my skin was exactly the relationship what I had with myself. It was always like masculine, like go, 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 go. And at one point I had to stop and realize, wait, I need to find all those traits of the mature feminine within me. We'd start with gentleness. And then that gentleness can come and support the masculine, and the masculine can start becoming more and more mature. So we need to start exploring like this, like, what does that mean, gentleness, for me? When do I live it in my day? Let's start reading a book about gentleness, watching a TED Talk about gentleness, and exploring, becoming an expert of gentleness, right? Nurturing love from Mother Earth, becoming like our mother, because we are the mother. And then, like the mother, we are here just to set the right environment for others, and then nurture them, water them every day, and just observe their growth. And understanding that each plant, each person is growing at their own pace. We all have different journey, and our job is not to push them. I'm not trying to push the process of life. I'm just there to observe and be in awe by the different subtleties of all the uniqueness of each different plants. And if the plant needs something from me, well, I from that observation, I'm gonna be like aware of it, and then I can provide, right? Like I'm holding space in the right moment. I'm advising in the right moment, only when it's requested. Joy start from, again, love. Like when I found that space, my heart is open, and I'm grateful. Well, somehow I'm like, after this, I'm like, wow, I'm so present right now. I'm really enjoying myself. I'm enjoying my body. I'm enjoying my energy. I'm enjoying the now. And then I'm in joy, right? I'm enjoying something is really like enjoy. So I'm enjoy in my heart. And then more and more, I can understand those energy, how it's affecting my different chakra, how it's affecting my different organs, and how I went into that space. And then I start digging again, like reading about it, understanding it. I can start repeating it, and then I can start integrating it in my day-to-day. Because it's easy to find that space in a meditation, but after that, keeping it in our day-to-day, it's something else. So we need to become experts of positive emotions, start scanning them. So you can use that chart here or find another chart on Google and ask yourself, what are the top 3 positive emotions that I live today? What are the top 3 emotions that I live this week? What are the top 3 emotions that I should live more, right? And this is going to start giving you cues and start digging in those emotions. And also, when you feel like, oh, there's something very positive that just happened, take that chart and scan. What was that emotion? What was those 2, 3 emotion? And then this is going to bring you awareness of putting words in those feelings that you can start repeating. And because nothing lasts in the universe, right? It's a flow of constant cycle. So as I live love, then slowly I'm going to lose love, and then I'm going to come back into love. As I live excitement, I'm going to lose excitement, and then I'm going to go into maybe a negative emotion, and then slowly I'm going to find my way back. And then if I want to live more and more of those positive emotions, I need to become an expert of them. And it always starts by giving it to ourselves. So it starts by self-love, self-compassion, self-gentleness, right? Self-joy. And it's really in the meditation where like I find that space of like, okay, my heart is open, and then I'm grateful, and I found that joy. Well, there's always more, understanding that I can go deeper in that joy. And then how do I go deeper is by receiving more. by letting myself surrender into it and then feeling worthy for more, because there's infinite amount of love, infinite amount of joy. If higher beings are feeling more of certain frequency, that means that there's so much more possibilities for us. It's almost like when I feel that joy, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna bring it in my arms and hands, and I'm gonna send it back, like sending that energy back into my heart. Or I can visualize that I'm hugging myself and I'm giving it even more of it. And the best example is really, let's say, we are seeking always outside, right? Naturally, in our human mind, we're always like, okay, let's say I want more gentleness in my life. I'm like, oh, it would be nice if I find a woman that is very gentle. Well, if I really want to manifest that reality, I need first to find that gentleness within my feminine, right? And then let's say I close my eyes and I see my feminine as a princess, a bit frustrated. Well, I'm gonna understand it and then maybe find the depth of it, and then I'm able to transmute it, and then I turn into satisfaction. Well, towards this journey from frustration to satisfaction, well, I can bring a bit more of gentleness into myself, and then gentleness into my physical body, understanding the way of the cycle of life. And then through this, as I embody gentleness, right? Well, slowly, that's how I'm going to manifest it in my physical reality, because my physical reality is just a mirror of what I'm feeling within. So whatever you're looking outside, right? First, you need to find it within, and then you need to give it even more to yourself, to allow yourself to surrender, to receive even more. And it's really when you're going to blast from that energy that you're going to be able to manifest it outside. And it's a reminder all the time. That's why we need to go back on all those fundamentals lessons, journal about it. And as I'm giving this lesson, I'm like, yeah, I need to go back on this. It's always a repetition. So I'm also talking to myself, obviously. Thank you so much for this. Thank you.